Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to get this really simple natural makeup look. This is foundation free. We use just a handful of products. So if you're interested to see how I did this, please keep watching. This is a really great look for vacation, if you just want a lightweight look, if you're not into foundation. It's super simple, summery, and natural. So I like to prime my skin even when I'm not using foundation, and you have a couple different options. You could use a mattifying primer, you could use an illuminating primer. I like to still prime because it's gonna prep your skin for the makeup you're gonna put on. It's gonna help minimize pores, help fill in some fine lines, and just give your skin a really nice surface for whatever you apply to lay on. When I don't use foundation, I prefer an illuminating primer just to give myself a little bit of a glow. When I do use foundation, I tend to use a mattifying primer. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this one. This is just a really glowy illuminating primer, and rub that in here. And normally you'd wanna I'm trying to avoid my lips because I have a lip mask on. Normally you'd want to let your primer set like 3 to 5 minutes before you do your foundation. We're not doing foundation, so that is great. We can go ahead and move on to the next step. So I do still like to do my brows. I have very light eyebrows. I like to just kind of shape them up, make them look good. So I'm going to go ahead and comb these guys up here and put a little product on. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this taupe colored brow pomade. This is really nice because it stays put really easily, it's buildable. I'm just gonna take the tiniest bit. I should have showed you guys what I did. I just like barely dipped it in there. A little bit of this goes a long way. Like this pomade, can you see, like I just keep dipping into it and I barely used any. I probably had it a month and it's not even like totally scratched on the surface. So I'm just gonna fill this in really quickly. And I start out pretty light with this, and then you can add more. It's really hard to take it away if you get too much. So I do underneath first. And then I'll do on top. And then I like to comb it through just to distribute the color. It's just a super simple kind of natural brow, but I like to just add a little bit of color in. The pomade is gonna help it to lay where you comb it. Like I said, if you want it darker, you can do it darker. This is a totally buildable brow product, but we're gonna keep it natural today since we're not wearing any foundation. So that's all we're gonna do for brows. Then I'm gonna go in with some concealer. This is the Bellamy concealer. It is a really good consistency. It has hyaluronic acid and caffeine in it. So if you have any puffiness, it's gonna help with that puffiness. And because this is a lighter makeup day, I'm gonna smooth this out after I get it on. So I do the inner corner out this way. I'll put a little on. This is optional. I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little brightening here. You can do your nose if you want to, a little through here. You could define your brows if you wanted. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with a wet blending bud. This is clean, I just washed it. These stain, super easy, but I use them until, you know, they're pretty gross, but I wash them every day. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap this out. I'm doing a really light application of this concealer because we're doing more of a natural situation. It is buildable. You can use more, you can use less. I'm just gonna keep tapping this out and blending. My allergies, you guys, have been crazy. My nose is running. That's okay. And then I'm just gonna blend, tap and blend. Tap and blend. It's like the bend and snap. We're gonna tap and bend. All right, so there's that. Now, I do like to go in with a little bit of bronzer for a little definition. So I'm gonna use, actually, this is kind of my favorite, like when I have a tan palette. It's called Down to Earth. It's very like earthy, kind of I don't know if you'd call that peachy, but they're warm tones. This is the bronzer in here. You can see I like it. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm gonna take a brush. I don't have a specific like, you could use a contouring brush. I'm gonna take this like, you can see I've been using bronzer on it. This like fluffier brush, and I'm just gonna warm up my face. And this isn't gonna be like a whole contouring, I'm shaking you, a whole contouring situation. We're just gonna warm the face. So I take it and I go around the forehead and I kind of work it into my hairline. You don't want to look like you're wearing a mask or anything. Like that, through the cheeks. I like to take it down by my ear and under my jawline as well. Same thing on the other side, just like that. And that just warms up the face a little bit. Gives you a little definition. And sometimes I'll take like a clean brush and just kind of buff all that together. Okay, then I like to do a little or a lot of blush. I kind of really like blush. I think it brings the color back to your cheeks. So I'm gonna take a blush brush and the blush out of this palette, which is a really pretty kind of a pinky color. And cut it right through here. Just to add some warmth. This honestly helps lift your face as well. So if you can put the blush a little bit higher, it's gonna lift your face. If you put it down low, like where you would contour, it's gonna drag your face down. And then I do the sides just to warm up here. That will also help lift your face. And then some people like to do their nose. We'll just give us a little sun-kissed nose. And then I kind of assess. So for me, it looked pretty good. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with that concealer right around my nose, because I have a little redness right here. And I'm just gonna pat that in with my finger actually. So when you don't have to wear foundation every day. And I think that's like a big misconception. Women feel like they have to wear foundation. If you have good skin, there's no reason for you to need to slather on foundation every day. You can literally spot treat your skin. So if you have a little redness, put a little concealer on, just put foundation. That's a good match in the places you need it. You don't have to slather your skin in a bunch of products. I'm also gonna take that bronzer and an eyeshadow brush. Oops, this is the wrong one. And I'm just gonna take it right under my eye. And that's gonna give us a little bit of a definition for your eye. Just to help bring your eyes out a little bit. If you want to, you can also take it right in the crease. If you want just a little color there, you can do that. I do sometimes still sit with a powder because I like to sit that concealer. So I am a big fan of this. This is the Lancome translucent powder. I couldn't remember, I just bought it. So I tap a little bit out in the lid. It's a very like fine powder and I think it wears really beautifully. And then I'm just gonna set my face, under my eye, everywhere. And because we use that illuminating primer, we're not gonna lose a bunch of our glow. We're just gonna set the powder, mattify a little bit. There you go. You can stop here. You can put on a lip product if you want. I've got some new lip stains. I'm gonna try one out really quick. And then I think we're done. So this color is called Champagne Blush. It's a new lip stain. Haven't tried it. It looks like a really pretty nude color to me. So I'm gonna start off using it as a lip liner first. Let me clean the end. It smells really good. So I'm just lining my lip with the end. It's got a really pointed end. I don't know if you can see that, a pointed end, which is great for outlining your lips. I think it's easier if you outline them first with the stain. It just helps you to get kind of a clean line. And then I'm gonna fill it in. And these have baobab oil in them. So they're very moisturizing lip stains, which is odd. Lip stains are usually very drying. So you want to do thin layers. We're gonna let that dry a second and do a second layer. Okay guys, I told you this was gonna be really simple. This is the final look. If you wanted to set it with some spray, you can. I'm gonna leave it just set with powder. If you do set with spray, that's fine. It's gonna bring back some of that dewiness. So if you want a little bit more of a glow, set with spray. I kind of like where we are at. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to smash all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, follow, all of the things, and I will be back to talk to you guys again soon. Bye.